Hey guys, welcome to M&M IELTS. In today's video, I'll be discussing what is planning in writing task 2, how much time should you dedicate for your planning. What exactly are you supposed to do in planning so that whatever you're doing in planning is fruitful to you, can be useful to you because you have a limited time. So it is very important for you to make a good use of that time. Otherwise, what will happen is you may end up just wasting it. So let us have a look what exactly planning do we need to do in writing task 2. So for your writing task 2, we all know that we have 40 minutes where we are expected to deliver a write-up, an essay, right? So I would say that at least 10% of that time, which is 4 minutes, should be dedicated in planning. Now, when I say 4 minutes should be dedicated in planning, that means planning your content. We already are aware that if we are writing an essay, I always say this in all my videos that the structure I recommend most of the time, writing most of the time, is 4 paragraphs, wherein you have your first paragraph as your introduction, your second paragraph is called your body 1, third paragraph is called your body 2, and the last paragraph is called your conclusion. So introduction is where you write down the overview of the essay that you're going to write, like a summary. All right, that what are you going to describe in detail? Just those sentences. You can also paraphrase your topic sentence as the very first sentence and then write down your introduction. Similarly, in body 1 and body 2, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to write down the explanation of the content in very detail. So whatever you're supposed to write, your ideas, your examples should be in body 1 and body 2. And conclusion is the paragraph where you conclude your essay, where you just kind of give a judgment about any trend that you are observing or anything like that. All right. So this is the structure that one should follow, is what I recommend. Obviously, if you have a different preference, that is totally okay. But this is something I've seen that it helps us to get a very good score. So planning doesn't mean that you have to plan your structure. The structure has to be very clear in your mind. It has to be very clear that, okay, I will be writing 4 paragraphs. I will have introduction, body 1, body 2, and conclusion. And I know what exactly has to be written in these paragraphs. What you really need to plan is the content that you will be writing in those paragraphs, especially in body 1 and body 2. For that, you should dedicate first 4 minutes of your writing task 2. That is what I'm trying to say here. So before I start planning my essay, the first thing I would do is I would look at the essay title, because when I look at the essay title, I exactly know what have I been expected to deliver over here. So let us have a look at the essay title. Now, this is my essay title. First thing I would do is I would read it. I would try and understand every single sentence that is part of the essay title. And I would break it down and start planning. I exactly know that I'll be spending 10% of my time, which is 4 minutes out of total 40 minutes, for my planning. Now, when I know that I will be spending 4 minutes on my planning, the first thing I would do is I would start reading the title and understand what is asked, what am I expected to deliver, and then I can obviously plan that what will I write in my paragraphs. The first sentence: compared to the past, more people are now studying abroad because it is more convenient. So the first sentence is pretty much a statement. I haven't been asked anything. I have just been given a scenario. That is great. What I will do is I will use this in my introduction. All right. And I can always paraphrase this line and start my essay with this line. So the very first sentence of my introduction would be this exact same line, and I would just paraphrase it a little bit, make some changes here and there, make sure that it delivers the exact same meaning as what it delivers in the essay title that I have been given. So it is absolutely okay to start your essay with this sentence, because that is a good thing. You have been given a sentence from where your essay title starts, and you're using the same sentence to start your essay, which is a good thing because you exactly know what you're going to write. You are showcasing that you're very well aware of the scenario and you will be describing the scenario in detail. So first sentence is taken care, introduction, first line, paraphrase, done. Now let us understand what's the next sentence. Do you think this is beneficial? Do you think? Which means I have been asked to give my opinion. do you think? So my opinion has to be shared. All right. So this is most likely to be an opinion type essay. This is beneficial to the student's home country. Okay, this is the first part, home country, or the foreign country. So I have two options, A and B. A is home country, B is foreign country, and there is a or in between, A or B, which means I have to take a stand. It is very important you read every single word in the essay title, because that will help you in planning, which means I have to now make up my mind whether I have to stand and support for home country, whether it is beneficial for the home country or it is beneficial for the foreign country. So that planning needs to be done. So I will describe that in my next paragraph, which is my second paragraph, that is called body 1, where I will describe the scenario, where I will write an example that explains this scenario. So detailed explanation of second sentence, which is, do you think it is beneficial for students home country or foreign country? Let us plan that. Let's say I say it is beneficial for foreign country. Okay, so I have made up my mind, foreign country, beneficial, right? So that is my start of the paragraph. Second, why is it beneficial for the foreign country? What idea can you put in your plan? Let's say students would study there, which means they would invest in education, right? They would work and make money, which means as a result they have contributed to the economy of that country. So I would say contributed economy of that country. So I have written the bullet points. I am definitely not writing everything in detail, because I have to keep in mind that I'm only dedicating 4 minutes to plan my essay. I still have 36 minutes left where I have to type my essay, write down everything that I want to, and then obviously proofread my essay, because I have to make sure that there are no spelling mistakes, there are no grammatical errors or anything else. You also need to make sure at the end that when you read your essay, every single line is relevant to the essay title, is relevant to what you have been asked. Because if you describe or write something which might be extraordinary, but if it is not relevant to the essay that you've been asked to write, you will not get a good score. Hence planning is very important, because it will help you keep on track. All right, now that is the next thing, that okay, I'll be writing invest, education, work, making money, contributes to the economy, and then some sort of example that you can think of. Let's say you can think of example of Australia, for example, right? That Australia had a major boost in economy from the year 2014 to year 2021, because there was 60% increase in the international students every year that came here to pursue their higher education and have a better career, right? Now, what I have done is I have written something that clearly showcases that I have taken my stand. I am saying that it is more beneficial for the foreign country where the student is going to study and have a better career or pursue their career. And I have given some reasons why it would be better for the foreign country, and I've given an example to support my reason, that okay, this is the example I have a real life example wherein I can show that okay, this is the reason I'm supporting this. So second sentence, I've taken care that okay, I've made my stand very clear. That is done. Now what next can be done? I have already said that foreign country is beneficial, but what can I write in body 2, the next paragraph, the third paragraph of your essay? I can write that it would not be beneficial for the home country, because I've already told that it is beneficial for the foreign country. So not beneficial for home country. Now again, same pattern. Reasons why not beneficial for the home country, example that supports not beneficial for the home country. Reasons, I would say young population migrate, leave, right? So young population, youngsters, young brains, that can do much and contribute to the country, but they would move out because they have an inclination to have a better career in foreign country. So what would happen is that young brains, young minds, active brains would simply move out of the country and would serve the foreign land and would not be able to serve their own home country, because of which obviously the home country would have a drop in economy, or would suffer a lot because young minds are just moving out. So that is what I would explain as a reason over here. Now, what example can you give? You can again put any country's name, that is totally your choice, or you can generalize it. Let's say, for example, you write down majority of the Asian countries had faced a drop in the economy from the year 2018 to year 2022 because 35% of their 35% of the young population aging between 26 to 35 have moved out of the country and in order to pursue a better career. So what am I doing? My brain has started thinking what I will be writing in the next 36 minutes. This is called planning. Because if first 4 minutes you don't think, if you don't brainstorm, if you don't exercise, it is very difficult when you actually start writing with that pressure of time on you. It is very difficult to think about something relevant, right? So don't think that I want to write something extraordinary or something that when someone reads they would find, wow, what a great idea. Nah, that is not something that you need to worry about. What you need to be mindful of is, whatever I am writing, is it making sense? Is it relevant to the essay title? Is it describing what I'm trying to say and what they have asked? Are they in alignment? If your answer is yes, you will get your good score, right? Now, my body 1 is planned. My introduction was my overview. I know how to start it. Body 1 is done. Body 2 is done. Let us see if I miss anything. The last sentence. Will this trend change much in the future? So they have asked you a question. What you can do is just write yes or no, whatever your answer is, so that when you conclude your essay, you exactly know what you have to write. So I would say, no, the trend is not going to change. Okay. So now I can just think, why am I writing no, the trend is not going to change? Will the trend change in near future? No, according to my opinion, the trend will at least not change for next 4 to 5 decades, because more and more people, more and more youngsters would see their friends and families moving abroad, pursuing higher education, having a better career or having a better lifestyle, which will be a reason and inclination for them to move out and pursue a better career on foreign soil as well. So I exactly know what I have to write down in conclusion. I will write it down so that my planning is done. And this is how I can plan my entire essay in 4 minutes, because first 4 minutes, if I take care of this, next 36 minutes would be a little more smooth, right? With that, I'll take your leave. I'll see you next time. And if there is anything in specific that is bothering you for IELTS, feel free to put that in the comment section below, and we are more than happy to make videos on those topics. Bye for now.